Good morning. Out here walking through the wet grass. Once we dropped down off the last 3/4 miles off the hillside where we camped last night, got down much cooler down in the low part between the hills, typical. But also it's extremely wet out here on the grass on the hillside. Looking at this hillside last night, it's like, oh, it looks so pretty over there. And the break in the trees. And here's what we're facing, what we're walking into. Won't be long, we'll be back in the trees. We'll be looking for shade this afternoon. It's supposed to get up to a high of 83 today. So that won't be too pleasant for hiking out here. Higher humidity. Yeah, it's about 8:20. It's really nice hiking here in the shadow of the mountain in the cool morning, but we know what's to come. We'll enjoy this while it lasts. Hiking through rural America. Alright, this ladder's extra tall. Usually if it's flat ground, there's four planks on each side to step on, 4 rungs. This one has 6 on the low side because we're coming down the hill and the fence is high.
There's the chapel.
Yep. So about 10-15 minutes ago we met the owner of Bear Garden Hostel, and she invited us to stop in. She was out hiking with her friend. She invited us to stop in, charge her electronics, get water. Says, you know, buy a snack, don't buy a snack. Stop in anyway. So it was just up the road, less than 1/10 of a mile. So we decided to stop over here. Although it's only about 9 o'clock, I didn't have oatmeal today. They didn't sell it at the freeway store yesterday. And so I guess they probably have that I could pick up. And although it's 9 o'clock, I would probably buy an ice cream bar. All right, we're inside the Bear Garden Hostel. We met the owner earlier and just spoke to the husband. Cool little place, got a loft up there. See what kind of food or snacks we might be able to pick up. All right, back on trail after probably a 45-minute stop. Not planned to be that long, that's for sure. Took us a little time just to figure out where the resupply was at. But we just left the Bear Garden Hostel. Another hiker a couple days ago had suggested stopping there to minimize resupply. This is a cool little place. Met Yogi inside, a southbounder. And had a soda, ice cream bar. Picked up a couple of oatmeal packs for tomorrow morning. Didn't have any oatmeal this morning. And a little peanut butter for tomorrow. We just had a small amount of peanut butter left otherwise. So nice stop. And now it's time to hike again. I finally made it to Lick Creek where the bridge washed out years ago. There's the bridge. Hasn't been replaced. Looked like that was in 2020 per the notes. Water's not too deep unless you choose to walk through a hole. Looks like people are crossing over there. Coming across Lick Creek. And it's been about 3 miles since we left the last decent creek for water. Filled up There's a pond up ahead, less than a quarter mile, and we've got a supply there for a 10 or 12 mile stretch, which is gonna stink if it has a lot of elevation. We just got done with 3 miles of climbing. My hiker said it was 4 miles up, so there may be another mile to climb, I don't know. Don't really have any views right here, but we're out in the sun. That's good on this warmest day so far. But there is a little breeze at least. So that's helping to make the sweat on our clothes feel cooling. We just resupplied water. Picked up, right up, I think about 5 liters total between us. He's got nearly 2 liters extra besides the normal bottles. I've got an extra 2-liter bladder. So a lot of extra weight. But now we're starting the 11-mile section with virtually no water. One place is a poor source of water, and it's 4/10 of a mile down a bad trail. So we don't want to have to bother with that. But just try to carry what we need. May have to have a dry dinner tonight and cook lunch tomorrow. Okay, this looks a little bit like our room in Seymour House. Loved our room there, but when we opened the window, it had a screen, but bees started coming in. First one I thought was a fly. I don't know if I put it on the video. So I grabbed it, I was gonna throw it in the toilet. Stung me and I had to pull the stinger out. And in the next couple of minutes, we found about a dozen or 15 inside the room. Somehow coming through the screen, or the edge of the screen or something. But these bees are just swarming here. Don't know why, but I'm gonna leave them behind. <sighs> 6 o'clock. Just looked, still have 3.3 miles to the road. We're hoping to find a place to camp. And in good times we can make much faster than 30-minute miles. But usually I estimate that just for slack purposes. If we go faster, 25 minutes, whatever per mile, this is good because we'll get there sooner. But tonight looks like it's really going to be another hour and a half. For the last 3 miles we've been walking this rocky ridge. It's not quite as bad as it was the first 2 miles. But apparently the rock layer lifted up from the east to my right, because on our left is all these rocky cliffs down below. And like I said, it's been like that for about 3 miles now. It's supposed to be a road up ahead in a quarter mile, hoping to find a place to camp there, but I'm not that confident about it because I think we stay on this ridge, and while we're on this ridge there's nothing flat anywhere. End of day recap, day 37. We did 20.9 miles. That included a unplanned stop at a hostel. Just a few, I don't know, maybe 4 miles into our day. After we'd met the owner, we stopped by and had a couple of snacks, got a couple of food items that we were short from last resupply. This last 3 miles was pretty tough on this ridge, very rocky. The rock was often sloping from the east to the west, with a kind of a rock cliff on the left, and lots of rocks in the first 2 miles to go up and over and around. It was a tough end of the day. I got here a little late, but anyway, got the tent set up and it's time to make some dinner. We'll see you tomorrow.